my gentle Jesus, walking in the dark of the Garden of Gethsemane, saying to his 3 disciples, sorrow in my soul, even unto death. Tarry ye here a little while and watch me. Jesus, my burden Jesus, praying in the dark of the Garden of Gethsemane, saying to his Father, this bitter cup, this bitter cup, let it pass from me. Jesus, my loving Jesus, with sweat like drops of blood upon his brow, praying to his Father while his 3 disciples slept, saying, Father, oh Father, not as I will, not as I will, but let thy will be done. Oh, look at black-hearted Judas sneaking through the dark of the garden, leading his crucifying mob. Strike him down! God, why don't you strike him down before he plants that traitor's kiss upon my Jesus' cheek? And they take my blameless Jesus, and they lead him to the governor, the great mighty governor, great Pilate seated in his hall, great Pilate on his judgment seat, said, in this man I find no fault. I find no fault in him. So Pilate washed his hands. But then they cried out, crucify him! Crucify him! Crucify him! His blood be on our heads. And they take my blameless Jesus, and they spit on him, and they beat my precious Jesus. They dressed him up in a purple robe, and they put a crown of thorns upon his head, and they pressed it down. They pressed it down. And they mocked my sweet King Jesus. Up Golgotha's rugged road, I see my Jesus go. I see him sink beneath the load. I see my poor, drooping Jesus sink. But then they laid hold on Simon. Black Simon, yes, Black Simon. And Simon bore the cross. And on Calvary, they crucified my Jesus. And they nailed him to the cruel tree. And the hammer. The hammer rang through Jerusalem's streets. The hammer rang through Jerusalem's streets. And Jesus, my lamb like Jesus, shivered as the nails went through his hands. Jesus, my lamb like Jesus, shivered as the nails went through his feet. Jesus, my loving Jesus, groaning as a Roman spear plunged through his side. Jesus, my loving Jesus, groaning as the blood spurts through his wound. Just look what they've done to my sweet King Jesus. Mary? Weeping Mary sees Jesus on the cross. Mary. Weeping Mary sees her poor baby Jesus hanging on a cross between 2 thieves. And Jesus, my lonesome Jesus, calls calls out to his father once more, saying, "My God! My God! Why hast thou forsaken me?" And he dropped his head. Died. And the veil of the temple was split in two, and the midday sun refused to shine, and the thunder rumbled, and the lightning wrought an unknown language in the sky. What a day! Lord, what a day! When my blessed Jesus died, he causes